Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon. I have to say I'm really delighted to be here with you all in person and grateful that we're once again able to be in our gorgeous LSHS gym with our gorgeous grads after 2 years of being away. Please note that we will be live streaming today's celebration on Lake Superior High School's Facebook page for those who may want to watch from afar. We acknowledge that our school resides on the ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe people and the treaty lands of the territory of the Pays Plat First Nation. We recognize the significance of the Robinson Superior Treaty to this land and offer our respect to our Anishinaabe and Métis neighbors as we strive to strengthen our relationships with them. I'd like to welcome the following speakers to our ceremony today: Superintendent of Education Will Goodman and Trustee Jason Nesbitt, and I'd also like to welcome Deputy Mayor Dan McGrath, Councillor Rick St. Louis, all dignitaries, all parents, teachers, students, family, and friends. And now please stand for the playing of O Canada. To address the graduating class of 2022.
Okay, welcome everyone to Lake Superior High School. I'm extremely excited to welcome everybody here for which seems like too long ago. Last couple of years we have gone virtual, but I'm extremely grateful to be able to be back here standing in front of everyone, for us to be able to open up our gym doors and to welcome everybody in as we celebrate the amazing class of 2022. I would like to welcome our students, our staff, community members that were here today, as well as our audience that's watching worldwide. Tremendously grateful again to be standing here and looking back and reflecting on what's been an incredible year, and a year that we need to be proud of, that we made it through together and kept on pushing and made it through all of those challenging times to be able to find ourselves on this stage today. I'd like to thank Mr. Gary Aduno, who is a member of the North Shore Church, who has provided us once again with his amazing talents of the audio and the visual. The last couple of years he was instrumental in our virtual graduation, so thank you very much, Gary, as he continues to give back to our school and our community. Thank you to Superintendent Goodman and Trustee Nesbitt for being here today to bring greetings on behalf of Superior Greenstone. And a huge shout out to all of our amazing businesses and individuals that donated an incredible amount of money that we're going to be giving away to our graduates today so that they can further their educational dreams once they leave our school. And finally, probably most important, I'd like to thank our parents. We know that we've leaned on you for many times. We know that the children that are up here are young adults now. It doesn't just happen overnight. It takes incredible parents and the perseverance and your wisdom and your knowledge to be able to put that forward for our graduates to be here today. So I wanted to thank all of our parents. Parents take a big risk. I'm a parent myself, and it's not easy to let our kids leave our homes and spend the majority of their time during the day at school. There's a lot of trust that goes towards our teaching staff, and we don't take that for granted. And we know that parents send the absolute best kids that they have at home, and it's our job as educators to be able to move them from their point A to their point B. And looking at the faces up on the stage today, I feel really good about the job that we did with that. In education, we spend so much time on that academic piece, and I know that we talk about big ideas in school. So the individuals on the stage have been here for at least 4 years, and as a school team, we had a vision on what it looks like when they leave our doors to have the success, the skills, and the knowledge to be successful in this ever-changing world. So on the screen here, you can see our school vision. This is what we believe as a school team, and every single day, this is what guides us with our decision-making on what's best for our kids. And I'll say our kids because, again, thank you for sharing them with us. So at LSHS, we strive to help our learners become productive global citizens by fostering relevant academic skills, strong work habits, and positive relationships. Global citizenship is a huge deal, and that was before the pandemic, and definitely accelerated with the pandemic. Our students now know the word pivot pretty good. We were pivoting face-to-face, back online, days in our bed, extremely difficult, but those skills that they've learned to be able to navigate that digital world, I know that's going to take them far with our future employers, and those skills will come in handy. Those fostering academic skills, along with those learning skills, the ability to collaborate, to work independently, to stay organized. These are important skills for us to have to be able to be successful when we leave these doors. Strong work habits. We all know that things are not given to us. We need to work hard for what we want, and I'm very, very proud of the students that are sitting on this stage today because they've done just that and persevered. And then finally, a part of our school vision that we really put a lot of focus on is our relationships. If we look around the room, these are the people that are supporting us in our lives. We can't do this work alone. It really takes all of us. And we kept that at the forefront over the last 4 years as we navigated the ups and downs together. Just wanted to share another. These are our full value commitment, our school rules, if you will. I probably drilled them into every single one of them. They could probably stand here and recite every single one and what it means to them. These are skills that aren't just important in our school, these are skills that are important in our communities. Be here. We know that we need to be and show up. That's just not being here physically, especially with the distractions that we all have in our pockets now, that it's easy to escape. But we need to be able to be here, be in the moment, listen to the people that need to be listened to, help the people that need to be helped. So we've really spent a lot of time around that be here piece. Be safe. Life is short. We need to make sure that we're making positive decisions that are going to positively impact us, the people around us, and our families. So making sure that we keep safety at the forefront when we're moving through life. Care for self and others. We talked about not being able to do this work alone. It really does take everybody moving in that same direction. Ups and downs. We've all been there as human beings. And we spend a lot of time over the last 4 years talking about that and how we can help and support each other, but also caring about ourselves. And the last one's a huge one. Let go and move forward. We know that life's going to throw us curveballs. We know that things are going to happen to us that are going to disrupt the pathway that we're on. But it's being able to navigate that, be able to do that in stride, and keep on pushing through to those goals and those dreams that you develop for yourself. As a principal at Lake Superior High School, I feel extremely grateful for our graduating class of 2022, the skills that we've installed in all of you, that you've installed in us. This is an ongoing work, and I know that for a fact our communities are going to be better places with these young graduates leaving our doors and going off into the real world. This is my last slide that I have today, and it's a banner that sits in our hallway. And it says, leave LSHS better than you found it. And it's really important that every student that walks through our doors has that belief and that mindset, that we need to leave things a little bit better for that class that comes behind. I can say wholeheartedly that this class has done an amazing job of that, always giving back. Even when times were tough, when they had so many things on their plate, people still wanted to give their time, their passions, their commitments to Lake Superior High School, and for that, they've made it a better place. So, in closing, class of 2022, When you look back on your 4 years at Lake Superior High School, you need to be proud. You need to be proud of the growth that you've shown us, that you've shown your families and shown your communities. And I know that great things are ahead for all of you. So one last time, stay safe and take care of each other. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Mr. Martin. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Mr. Jason Nesbitt, trustee for SGDSB, and he will bring greetings from the board.
Perfect, thanks Laura. Again, welcome everyone. My name is Jason Nesbitt. I'm proud to be the trustee for this area. Very honored today to be here with this great group of, I'm going to call you kids for the last time, because after you leave here today, you're going to be an adult. Everyone is very proud of you. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations on your graduation. And as I said, whether you like it or not, when you leave here today, you're a grown-up, whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. And I reflect back and laugh about being a grown-up, and I don't know if it's as much fun as it's pumped up to be. When I went to high school, I pumped gas for a living, lived at home, life is a dream. My Skidoo always had gas in it. I think most days my bank account had more money in it, so I'm not sure if I should quit my job and move home or what I should do, but at any rate, just kidding. Remember that life is what you make of it. And of course, never forget your roots here at LSHS. As you take the next step in life, whether it's jumping straight into employment, the employment category, or going off to further education, I want to leave you with a quote today from writer Toni Morrison. And I'm not going to pretend I know who that is, but I did steal this line from Charlie Bishop, which was one of our superintendents who just retired this week. Just remember, your real job is that if you are free, you free someone else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower someone else. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Trustee Nesbitt. I'd like to now call on Superintendent Will Goodman to say a few words.
Good afternoon, parents, guardians, families, staff, friends, and most importantly, all of our graduates. I had the pleasure a couple of weeks ago to sit with our Indigenous Youth Council at a gathering in Red Rock, and we had an elder there by the name of Jimmy Mishkor, and he opened our day where he shared with us some very important and reflective lessons. Two things he spoke that resonated with me was that we've got a lot of history. History in the lands, history of the people, history in relationships. And over hundreds of years, the youth continue to be something that create and continue with the history. So there's a lot of history that runs through the land that we play on, we learn, and we grow with. I've been very mindful of that, and there's a lot of history that we have to continue to think about. And there's a lot of concepts, knowledge, wisdom that we have to think about, and we have to take from our graduates, from our youth, from our elders, from our family members. And that's something that I want you to really think about as you venture into whatever it is that you do coming up. Your family and friends are here today to celebrate with you and reflect on some of these milestones, challenges, victories, and I'm sure there's a few other stories that probably we're not going to share here today. My sincere congratulations to the families of the graduating class. It must be gratifying, rewarding, and at the same time, maybe a little bit nervous or scary to see your child grow and for them to create their own little piece of history. I also wanted to acknowledge the staff at LSHS. I know that tonight is truly a celebration to see the growth of these young adults. I know that the school has worked hard to provide possibilities, experiences, supports, especially over the last couple of years. I want you to think about the days and think about the reflection of today, marking a really important milestone for each and every one of you. And hopefully each and every one of you will come back. I hear from Mr. Martin how many of the graduates come back to share their experiences, to share what they're doing in the world, to share maybe at a careers class or whatever it might be. But please come back and share those pieces. I'd also like to recognize all of our support staff, office staff, custodial staff. All of these people are a key piece that shape each and every one of our students here today. And once again, there's a lot of history, I'm sure, there too. I'm not going to ramble on here tonight or today, but I am here to really bring a sincere congratulations from the board. And I want to leave you right now with a quote. And this is a quote from the Dalai Lama. This is something that really I think about when it comes to humanity. And I want you to think about this over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of years. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. So on behalf of Senior Admin, I'd like to congratulate you all and have some fun today, have some fun tonight, and best of luck in all that you do. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call upon Mr. Martin and Mr. Goodman to come forward to present the certificates and diplomas that the students have all worked so hard for during their high school careers. Receiving his Ontario Certificate of Accomplishment today is Trayton Behrman. Receiving their Ontario Secondary School diplomas today are Desiree Fielding, Haley Peace, Jordan Wilson, receiving their Ontario Secondary School diplomas with a Specialist High Skills major in Environmental Studies today are Ryan Hoover, Jasmine Trapp, Ross Vincent, Ross is going on to take an interactive media development course at Confederation College in Thunder Bay. Receiving their Ontario Secondary School diplomas with a Specialist High Skills major in manufacturing are Kevin Milburn, and Brett Semple. receiving their Ontario Secondary School diplomas with a specialist high skills major in health and wellness are the following: Girolamo Figliamini, Jiro will be taking computer science at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo. Nicholas Figliamini. Nick is enrolled in the kinesiology program at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo as well. Vaughn Kraus. Nelson McKenzie. Logan McBride. Logan's continuing on to take sport management at Brock University at St. Catharines. Taryn McCarthy. Taryn's taking the Occupational and Physiotherapist Assistant Program at Sault College in Sault Ste. Marie. Hannah St. Louis. Hannah's taking educational support at Confederation College in Thunder Bay. Elizabeth Williamson. Madison Winters. Every year, the businesses and organizations in Scarborough, Terrace Bay, and surrounding area generously donate bursaries and awards to recognize deserving graduates from last year's class as well as this year's class. Students receive these bursaries and awards based on their academics, athletics, community involvement, and post-secondary destinations for September 2022. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all sponsors and their respective dignitaries who are here today to present these awards to our graduates. At this time, I'd like to call upon Mrs. Natalie Fenton to announce these awards and the recipients.
Okay, good afternoon. Our first bursary this afternoon is the Arnold Southern Bursary. It's going to be presented by Dean Figliamini. This bursary is given to a student who has been registered as a participant with HNO, Hockey Northern Ontario, I believe, Hockey Northwestern Ontario, during the current hockey season, including players, coaches, trainers, and officials. It's valued at $1,000 and this year's recipient is Girolamo Figlimini. Our next bursary is from the auxiliary to the McCausland Hospital. It's presented by Anne Query, and it's valued at $500. This award goes to a deserving graduate who will be proceeding to post-secondary education as a full-time student studying health sciences. This year's recipient is Nicholas Figlimini. The next award is the Beano Insurance Award. It's valued at $250. This award goes to a deserving graduate who has excelled during his or her high school career and will be pursuing a post-secondary education in a business-related field. The recipient is not here, but this award goes to Will Shermack. The Bill Houston Memorial Award, valued at $300, is sponsored by the Children's Aid Society and will be presented by Krista Martin. This award goes to a deserving graduate proceeding into a post-secondary program in the field of either education or social work. The candidate must also demonstrate satisfactory academic performance and leadership in school and/or community activities. The winner this year is Hannah St. Louis. Amber Cruz will be presenting the Can Do Rail Services Award. It's valued at $1,000. This award goes to a deserving graduate with a good work ethic who best displays the characteristics of leadership, determination, risk-taking, and integrity. The winner this year is Logan McBride. Krista Martin will also be presenting the Caribou Artisan Award. It is valued at $500. This award goes to a deserving graduate who is entering an art-related field at the college or university level and who has taken at least 2 art courses. If no student with these criteria applies, the bursary will go to the most deserving student. This year's winner is Logan McBride. Drifters Motel and Restaurant Entrepreneurial Award is valued at $250, and it goes to a deserving graduate who has excelled during his or her high school career and will be pursuing a post-secondary education in a business or entrepreneurial related field. The recipient is not here this afternoon. It is Will Shermack. Sandra Corrigan will present the Drifters Motel and Restaurant NFL Football Pool Jim Corrigan Memorial Award. It is valued at $1,500. This award will be given annually to a deserving graduate who has demonstrated excellence and dedication to athletics. The recipient is Logan McBride. The Holy Angels Catholic Women's League Award will be presented by Brenda Osmondson. This There are 2 awards valued at $300 each. These awards will go to a deserving student, resident of Scriber, who is proceeding to post-secondary school. The criteria the selection committee will consider consists of marks, community involvement, future goals, and the display of Christian values. Our first recipient is Girolamo Figliotti. The second recipient is Nicholas Figliotti. The Masonic Lodge Award will be presented by Jason Nesbitt. It is valued at $250, and it goes to a deserving graduate who will be continuing their post-secondary education in the upcoming year. Preference will be given to a student who has a relative who is a member or former member, if deceased, in good standing of a Masonic Lodge member. Sorry. The winner this year is Logan McBride. Jason will also be presenting the McCausland Hospital Award, valued at $500. This award goes to a deserving graduate who will be proceeding to post-secondary education as a full-time student in the healthcare field. If no student is entering this field, then the bursary will go to the most deserving student. Ready?
Well, they said they had to walk up and down the stairs 3 times. So I left it out.
The winner this year is Nicholas Figliotti. The Northern Computers Dale Cooper Memorial Award will be presented by Barb Main. The award is valued at $300, and it goes to a deserving graduate with the highest average in a grade 12 university preparation math course. This year's winner is Logan McBride. The OSSTF Teachers Bargaining Unit Award will be presented by Megan Cowby, and it is valued at $300. This award goes to a deserving graduate proceeding to post-secondary education in the field of education. If no student is entering that field, then the bursary will go to the most deserving student. This year's recipient is Hannah St. Louis. The OSSTF Educational Support Staff Award will be presented by Melissa Lanabaz. It is valued at $200. This award goes to a deserving graduate who is proceeding to post-secondary education and who is the son or daughter attacked by the microphone. Okay. We're good. And who is the son or daughter of or relative of an educational support staff member. The recipient this year is Logan McBride. Our next award is the OYAP Award, or the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. It is presented by Laura Mason, and it is valued at $100 as well as a watch. This award goes to a deserving graduate who experienced success in the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, or co-op placement, in their senior school year. The winner this year is Desiree Fielding. Our next award is the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 109 Auxiliary Award, presented by Paula Kinney. It is valued at $500, and this award goes to a deserving graduate who is proceeding to post-secondary education at the college or university level. This year's recipient is Hannah St. Louis. The Royal Canadian Legion Branch 109 Award is valued at $500 and will be presented by Bob Kinney. This award goes to a deserving graduate who has maintained no less than a C average and is proceeding to post-secondary education this year. Highest consideration will be given to a recipient who has a parent who is a Legion member or who has a blood relative who is or was a veteran. This year's recipient is Logan McBride. The Ruth Mulligan Memorial Award is valued at $100 and will be presented by Rayleigh Mulligan. This award goes to a deserving graduate from a college-level program who has shown significant effort and/or improvement during his or her high school career. The recipient this year is Ryan Hoover. The Scriber Public Library Award will be presented by Brenda Osmondson, and it is valued at $100. This award goes to the most improved English student in a grade 12 college or university level English who is a resident of Scriber. The winner this year is Nicholas Figliamini. I'd like to call upon Laura Mason and Maurice Tivitot. Oh my God, did I do it again? No, I did it right. Sorry. He's Mr. T. And Maurice Tivitot to come up and present the Skilled Trades Bursary Program. I'm out of practice. It's been 2 years. The Skilled Trades Bursary Program provides a $1,000 bursary to support a grade 11 or 12 student that have overcome barriers in completing their Ontario Secondary School Diploma. The student must have earned at least 2 credits in cooperative education, has demonstrated leadership in the skilled trades, and is engaged in post-secondary planning of the skilled trades destination. There are 3 awards. Our first recipient is Kevin Milburn. The second award is for Brett Semple. And the third goes to Ryan Hoover. Jason Nesbitt will be presenting the Spadoni Motors Award. This award is valued at $500 and it goes to a deserving graduate who has demonstrated a combined effort and ability and is proceeding to post-secondary education. The recipient this year is Logan McBride. Elise Kenny will be presenting the St. Martin of Tours Catholic Women's League of Terrace Bay Award, valued at $400. This award goes to a deserving graduate, resident of Terrace Bay, who is proceeding to post-secondary education. The criteria the selection committee will consider primarily the display of Catholic Christian values, the community involvement in your volunteer work, and future goals. The recipient is Logan McBride. Dan Riley will be presenting the Superior Classic Car Club Awards. There are 2 awards valued at $500 each, and this bursary will be awarded to a student who demonstrates an interest in furthering their education in the fields of trade or technology, who will be continuing their education in the following programs: apprenticeship, or university, or college. The recipient, one of our recipients, is Logan McBride. Our second recipient is Nicholas Figliumini. Dave Cahoon will be presenting the Teamsters Canada Rail Conference Awards. There are 2 awards valued at $500 each, and they will go to a deserving graduate, child or grandchild of a local member who is proceeding to post-secondary education, although highest consideration will be given to a recipient who is the son or daughter of or relative of a TCRC member. Our first winner is Logan McBride. Our second recipient is not here this afternoon, and that is Will Shermack. Amber Cruz will be presenting the Terrace Bay Community Church Ladies Auxiliary Award, valued at $400. This award goes to a deserving student who is proceeding to post-secondary education and has demonstrated a concern for the well-being of others and a desire to understand global issues from a faith and/or human perspective. The recipient this year is Hannah St. Louis. Will be presented by Maurice Thibotot. It is valued at $250. This award goes to the most deserving student who is proceeding to post-secondary education in the trade or business program. This year's recipient is Girolamo Figliumini. Michael Moore will be presenting the Terrace Bay Public Library Award. This award is a gift certificate given to the most improved English student in grade 12 college or university level English. This year's recipient is Taryn McCarthy. Thunder Bay and District Labor Council Award will be presented by Megan Cowpey. This award is valued at $500, and it will go to a deserving graduate entering the first year of a full-time course of study leading to a diploma or trade certificate at a publicly funded Ontario Community College, or the first year of an undergraduate program leading to a degree of an Ontario publicly funded university this September. The recipient is Logan McBride. The Sparks Family Scholarship will be presented by Chris Martin, and it is valued at $1,500. It goes to a deserving graduate who has achieved the highest academic average score. Average will be based on the marks achieved in 6 of 8 grade 12 courses and limited to those that are designated as university or college preparation. The recipient is Logan McBride. The TJ Berthelo Memorial Award will be presented by Terry and Joyce Berthelo. It is valued at $750, and it goes to a deserving student who has demonstrated a love and passion for music during their high school years. Preference will be given to a son or daughter of a United Steelworkers Union member. This year's recipient is Taryn McCarthy. Deputy Mayor Dan McGrath will be presenting the Township of Scriber Awards. These are 2 awards valued at $500 each, and they will go to a Scriber resident who has been involved in leadership, civil service, or volunteer work who will be attending college or university. Our first winner is Nicholas Figlivini. Our second recipient is Geralamo Figlivini. Councillor Rick St. Louis will be presenting the Township of Terrace Bay Award. This award is valued at $1,000, and it will go to a deserving student graduating, resident of Terrace Bay, who is proceeding to post-secondary education. This year's recipient is not here this afternoon, but it is Will Shermack. Wendy Adams will be presenting the United Steelworkers Union Local 665 Awards. These are 2 awards valued at $750 each. They go to a deserving graduate, child of a Local 665 member, who will be proceeding to post-secondary education. Our first recipient this afternoon is Logan McBride. Our next recipient is Hannah St. Louis. Laura Mason will be presenting the Ultramar Award. It is valued at $500, and it goes to a deserving graduate who exemplifies leadership in all or many areas of school life. This would include demonstrating leadership in extracurricular activities, school politics, fundraising, and within the classroom. This year's recipient is Logan McBride. The 2022 Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award will be presented by Chris Martin, and it is a pin. It pays tribute to a student who not only completes the required number of volunteer hours to graduate, but who goes above and beyond. Each year, an award is given to one graduating student at each of Ontario's secondary schools. This award recipient is not here this afternoon, and it is Nelson McKenzie. The LSHS Memorial Award will be presented by Maurice Thibotot, and it is a $100 gift certificate. This award is given to a student demonstrating excellence in technical skills. This year's recipient is Kevin Milburn. The LSHS Graduating Athlete of the Year Award is presented by Megan Kelpie. This award goes to a graduate who has excelled in athletics during his or her high school career. His or her name gets engraved on a school plaque, and they also get a plaque to keep. This year's recipient is Logan McBride. The Ontario Principals Council Award will be presented by Chris Martin. This award is sponsored by the principal and is given to students in recognition of student leadership. The student will receive a personal plaque and their name engraved on a school plaque. This year's recipient is Hannah St. Louis. Chris Martin will now be presenting the Ontario Scholars with their certificates. In order to become an Ontario Scholar, you must have an average of 80% or better in their top 6 grade 12 courses. The recipients this year, Girolamo Figlimini. Nicholas Figlimini. Logan McBride. And Hannah St. Louis. Martin will also be presenting the Governor General's Academic Medal. This medal and certificate is awarded to an individual who has achieved the highest average in their grade 11 and 12 courses. The student with the highest average of 94% is Logan McBride.
Thank you again to the community for always being so generous to our grads. Every year, the graduating class nominates a valedictorian, who's a well-spoken individual who delivers a speech to graduates during the graduation ceremony. This individual must be a graduate who's made a positive contribution to the school, has actively participated in school functions, and has demonstrated excellent academic performance. This year's graduating class has chosen Terry McCarthy as their valedictorian.
Good afternoon, guests, members of the community, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I am absolutely honored to be standing here representing the graduating class of 2022. On behalf of the graduates, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this special occasion. Can you believe it? 4 years ago, most of us walked into these hallways nervous to be starting a new chapter in our lives. We were the freshmen, the low men on the totem pole, but here we are 4 years later, leaving the school better than we found it. Graduation is a time of reflection on the past and looking onward to the future. It's a time that we as graduates get together for one last hurrah before moving on to bigger and better adventures. This year, we have a very exceptional group of students who are graduating. We have been through so much together as well as grown together. As we look back on these 4 amazing years, it's easy to say that LSHS helped shape us into the fine people we are today. We couldn't imagine all the opportunities we received from this amazing school, from our big breakfasts to all of our sport trips. We really are a small school with a big heart. Now let's take a trip down memory lane. Starting in grade 8, we were the top dogs of our schools. We were given more privilege and responsibilities as we were now growing up. We made friendships with our rival elementary schools, which turned out to become long-time bonds with one another. Then came grade 9. By now we weren't rival schools. Now we all became stingers at Lake Superior High School. We were the newbies at LSHS, but that never stopped us from growing and becoming stronger than ever. Next came grade 10. The first half of that year was great. We were able to start stretching our wings more and experience more things. We also started to pick classes we liked, which was an eye-opener to some of what they may want to do in the future. Then came a turn for the worst. COVID hit and we all had to work from home. From seeing your classmates every day to seeing their profile pictures through a screen was tough, but we were strong, and with the help from each other, we were able to get through that tough time as a team. Now to grade 11. This is where we were able to experiment what classes we liked and wanted to continue with in grade 12. All the students in the year above us always told me that grade 12 goes by fast, so enjoy every moment of it. And it turns out they were right. 10 whole months just went by in a blink of an eye. And here we are, all together, celebrating our achievements we made. We finally did it. What's next for this amazing class, you may ask? Well, some of us are off for more school in September, and some are working right away, while others are taking a year off to figure out what they want to do for the rest of their lives. But one thing we all know is we will always be beside each other. LSHS made us stronger and taught us to always help someone when they need a shoulder to lean on. Sometimes it was me because I'm pretty short. I want to say a big thank you to each of my classmates for making my high school experience 10 times better. I wouldn't be standing here today without the help of each and every one of you. To our amazing staff, thank you for all the sacrifices you have made to help us get through high school. Thank you for making us feel safe and welcomed into this school. Last but not least, thank you to our wonderful parents and guardians who have put up with us with all of our ups and downs these past 18 years. We couldn't have done it without you, and we love you all so much. Now before I go, I want to leave a special quote to keep in mind on your journeys ahead. There will be times when your best isn't good enough, but as long as you give it your best, you'll be just fine. Oh, and one more thing. Always remember to stay safe and take care of each other. Thank you.
Nice job, Taryn. So before moving on to the introduction of the graduating class of 2022, we need to take care of some housekeeping items. So at the end of this ceremony, we'd like to ask all the graduates to report to the front of the school under the Stinger sign for a group picture. All school plaques should be returned to the office following the ceremony, but if you received a small plaque, it's yours to keep. Graduates, we ask that you please return your gown in our main office tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. If you were the recipient of a bursary or an award, please see Ms. Lanavaz following the ceremony. Report cards will be mailed home next week. Just a reminder that we'll be holding a celebration parade that will start in Scriber at 4:30 at the arena and start in Terrace Bay at 5:30 at LSHS. The parade route can be found on our Facebook page, and community members are encouraged to come out to cheer on the graduates. Last but not least, at this time, I would like to ask the graduates to please stand. It says here to please give them a round of applause, but I already did that. So congratulations, class of 2022.
Another year, another fantastic year. It was absolutely incredible to be able to come back together face to face in our amazing gymnasium and welcome in our families, and to be able to honor our students in that way this year meant a lot. And it was a fantastic celebration, and I know that all of our students are leaving here with some amazing skills that are going to take them extremely far in life, and extremely proud to be a part of that.